to her heritage. New Year 2018. You know, last week our post was about being spontaneous, and let me tell you, that trip was truly spontaneous of us going to Disney. A mother-daughter trip, really fast. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun.
And so this week we are talking about doing what, Ash? Staying connected.
Oh, staying connected. Connections.
Staying connected. How do mothers and daughters stay connected to one another? And one of the things that I know Ashley and I do is we communicate.
A lot. Phones and all the technology we have is a wonderful thing, especially when you travel overseas.
And face-to-face, that too. And so that's
grocery shopping.
Do. Grocery shopping.
We go grocery shopping together a lot.
We do. And we like to go out to eat every once in a while. And we used to go to workout class together. They canceled it, so we don't go to workout class. We probably should, but we don't go to workout class anymore. But that's one way that mothers and daughters can stay connected. So we're really excited. This week we have two mothers and daughters, Michelle and Trudy, who are special to us. That is my sister-in-law and her daughter, Michelle.
My cousin and aunt.
And then we also have Teresa Gokenauer, who is a mother of 4 adult grown daughters. And they have a really special message for us, how sometimes we can lose connection, but then as long as we communicate, we can realize it, we can learn to connect ourselves together again. Remember to stay accountable to one another, too.
And communication is key. I know, like, growing up, like, all my friends were, like, I had friends that weren't able to talk to their moms about things, especially, like, even in college, too, like, they weren't able to talk to their moms. And I'm, like, everything, calling my mom.
Yeah, that's important. Important to talk to your moms about everything, and moms being willing to be open.
That's another thing, too, is I know some friends
down.
did not want to talk to their moms necessarily about some things because their moms weren't, like, open to different things or, like, kind of would freak out the moms.
But it would freak out. Don't freak out.
Don't freak
As a
out.
mom,
Please
just
don't freak out.
Stay calm, because it makes it so much better.
It really does.
And it allows for that connection and that communication to take place.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoy the videos, and we'll see you after the videos. Enjoy!
Over the years as mother and daughter.
Well, we certainly do a lot of the same activities between crafts and liking tea and other things like that.
That's true. I remember I taught Michelle how to crochet, basically. Now she's teaching me some of the more detailed aspects of crocheting because she's very advanced and I'm not.
Well,
so it's been one of those things.
It's just a thing.
That's
A
true.
thing.
I think another thing that has kept us connected is Michelle and her brother were raised in the church, and we have continued to attend the same church as well. So that's something else that has kept us very much connected, sharing the joys, the concerns of people within the church and talking about that.
Yeah. I mean, but obviously that's a location thing,
That's true.
too, to be at the same church versus share faith.
That's
just
true.
Because if I wasn't here, we'd have to go to different ones.
That's true. That's true. Another thing that's kept us connected is we have very closely related professions. I'm a reading specialist, and Michelle is a librarian.
Yep.
So
Lots of books everywhere.
that's right. So many times she has brought home children's books for me to introduce to my children at school, which I've done that. And then at the same time, I've shared some of the results of those books with her that she's used in some of her programs at the library.
Yep.
She's also been at school.
Coming to your school to get some of that experience in for story times.
Yes.
Things like that, which is nice.
So the kids always know her as Little Miss Bondison or Young Miss
They
Bondison.
don't call me Little Miss Bondison.
Just Young Miss
No.
Bondison.
Fine, whatever.
There's been many things, I think, over the years. Our love of crafts, our love of cooking together. We love to find recipes from around the world. And that's been fun to share some of those recipes and ideas.
Yeah.
And to be able to cook together, that's been a fun thing.
Yeah.
Making
are all good
clothes,
Yes, that was fun.
going shopping.
Yes,
We like to do,
just did that.
yeah. like to do a lot of mother-daughter kinds of things like that. You said your love are the teas.
Hi
too.
everybody, I'm Teresa Gokenauer, and these are my 3 daughters that you can see, and I have one more that's on the phone, Valerie. The youngest one is up in Tallahassee at Florida State, and we miss her very much. And so Cynthia asked us to do this video to say or tell everybody how we stay connected. And when we heard that, we were wondering, well, are we good at staying connected? And that was kind of each one of ours response was, are we good at it? It's really hard. And we try to do things and plan events or just spontaneously get together. But it doesn't always work out that way because everyone's grown. Valerie's in Tallahassee, and everybody's busy. Everybody has jobs, and so we don't always accomplish that. So we had a good discussion, and I don't know if anybody else wants to talk about what we kind of talked about.
Yeah, I think it is hard, you know, getting together and like planning things because we all kind of have our own schedules, and I think it's definitely going to be something we're going to be able to think more about and just like spontaneously, like, you know, getting together and, you know, making more of an effort to just think of each other. And I think nowadays, you know, with social media and everything, it's like you see certain things and you think you're more connected than what you are. And then when you actually think about the last time you actually saw that person or like had time with them, you kind of realize like, wow, it's been, you know, a while. And, you know, holidays, of course, we all get together and everything. But I think like during the week and, you know, on the weekends, we all want to just kind of rest. And, you know, we all do live in different places, and, you know, Charlotte's out and Audrey has family, and, you know, Valerie's in Tallahassee. So I think, you know, definitely calling, like the phone really helps with that. But yeah, I think just being more aware of it is going to kind of help, because I don't know, I think we haven't really like talked much about it. Like we just kind of, that's just kind of how it was, you know. And now that we've kind of like talked about it, I think it.
And I think that I think for me too, like hearing that everyone else kind of had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Like, do we? And
Like
so
we should not be giving advice on this.
that like kind of eye opened that I wasn't the only one that thought that, you know,
Yeah.
and so it kind of helped us even connect a little more in that sense that. Okay, we kind of are all on the same page, even though it's not the greatest page.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just something that we, in conversation, be like, no, we really don't get together as much as we should, or it's been a long time since we've planned something, and we talk about those things, but, you know, we need to take it to the next step of, okay, well, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And I think just having that consistent follow-up, or you know, if you know that you want to do something to get together, it's got to take extra effort and time, you know, because we all want that. We all want to have a deep connection with our family, and like Melanie, you were saying, we have so much access to information through social media, and through the technology that we have, but that's not a relationship with someone, you know, because it's so disconnected. Even though you feel like you know what's going on in people's lives, you know, do you really know? Have you really had a deep conversation with someone, or do you just know that, you know, this is what's going on in their lives? Because we all put our best foot forward on social media, and I think it's really important to. It's great to have that as a medium for. Maybe family that you don't see or you're not close to, or things like that, but we can really be kind of stuck in a certain mindset of thinking that it all is all we need, and it's not. You know, we really need a deeper connection
Yeah,
on
and I
things.
think a lot of people like deal with kind of the same thing, where it's like your family, and you're always going to be family, and nothing's going to change that. But you know, I think it's just, I don't know, just knowing that like we all kind of felt the same way. You know, kind of it wasn't cool because like we do want to be more like connected and stuff, but it was just cool to know that like we were, you know, okay with saying like, hey, we're not the greatest at this right now,
Right.
and you know, we do want to get better, but yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest thing, because I know like, you know, for me like Instagram and like, you know, all these bloggers, they all like paint this perfect picture, and when really like everyone has things that are not perfect, and you know, we could come on here and say that like we're, you know, we are close, but we could come on here and say like we're so good at hanging out all the time and we see each other all the time, and like, but that's not true. Like, you know,
Right.
we do need to get better at that, and I think that that's okay. Like just knowing that, you know, we struggle with it sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
maybe can help somebody else, and I don't know.
Yeah, so we're thankful for Cynthia that she asked a question, and I think that's one of the important things is that we have to have people in our life that will cause us to ask those important questions, and to not just think that everybody's just all perfect and okay and things aren't hard, and because it is hard to stay connected with your kids when they're, you know, grown and have their own life. But you have to just put that extra effort into it and just pray that God gives you wisdom on what to do and to keep everybody connected and work through those situations.
So what, we're starting with the family car wash?
Yes, we're gonna have a family car wash once a month.
Family
Right
car
here.
wash day. Val, you have to drive down once a month.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah, and especially like if you are in the same, you know, city as your family, just take advantage of that, because it's hard being away. You know, you miss everyone. So I think when I'm home, like for holidays and whatnot, I try to like soak up as much time as I can with my family. And then when I'm not there, like I don't do a very good job of it, but I try to call. You know, when I'm thinking about them or if something happens. That just it's, you know. I think it's important to just keep in touch when you're away, but I could definitely be better.
I think we all could just, you know, and I think we feel like we need like something momentous or a specific thing reason to do something, and no, it should just be,
You don't need
I've
a
got
reason.
5 minutes, I'm driving to the store, let me call and just
Right.
see how everything's going, you know, and it really should be like that.
And even with grandma too, sometimes like when I'm coming home from work and I'm driving past, I'll just like, you know, grandma's so easy, you just stop in. And, but I think like doing that with each other too is like a big thing, and just being able to just like call each other up. And that's, you know, one thing that I do like about our family, that it doesn't really matter like, you know, how long it's been or how short of a time it's been, like we can always call each other. And
So this has been good. This has been wonderful. So we hope you are staying more connected with your family and your daughters and your moms. And so thanks, Cynthia.
Yes.
Is it stopped?
Welcome back. So we're glad you guys are back. We hope you enjoyed those videos a lot. We hope you learned something. We hope we help you as mothers and daughters to stay connected. And we just encourage you to communicate, stay connected, and allow that friendship to grow, especially as your daughters grow into adult daughters. But as they're younger, you know, you still need to stay connected to them. Find out what's going on in their little hearts, and talk to them when they're in their bedrooms and things like that right before bed. But don't always try to rearrange and go in and fix things.
No, just show them that they matter. Just like valuing. If like they want to show you something, not just to shove them off.
Yes.
I know it can be sometimes hurtful, but
Yes.
because that adds to connection that growing up.
It does. It does. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Her Heritage. Bye.